Welcome back, Love Nation. This is the fifth and final part of the case against DJ Akademiks as he is being sued. Again, this is the full document, the full lawsuit for you guys to read and judge for yourself. These allegations are very stunning and shocking as I read through them. Viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings. I had to change some words around. Again, this is the final part. I'm about to start reading it for you guys right now. Part 5 of the case against DJ Akademiks. This document is very, very disturbing and triggering. I, again, am going to substitute the triggering words. So please follow along as I read this document. Again, trigger warning, and I have to change some of the words. Let's again get started with part 5. Excuse me. As a result of such severe emotional and mental distress, Miss Abashi had been generally, especially and consequentially, damaged in an amount to be established according to evidence. The defendant's behavior toward Miss Abashi was so outrageous as to extend all reasonable bounds of decency. The defendants knew with substantial certainty, or should have known, that their behavior would cause Miss Abashi to be a victim of what happened. The defendants knew with substantial certainty, or should have known, that the pharmaceuticals, as well as what physically happened, would cause the plaintiff to endure severe emotional distress. The defendants committed the infliction of emotional, physical, and mental distress willfully and intentionally through coercion, oppression, fraud, and malice, and consciously disregarded Miss Abashi's rights. Therefore, Miss Abashi is entitled to an award of exemplary or punitive damages in the amount to be established at trial to meaningfully punish the defendant, thereby deterring similar conduct in the future. Next chapter, second cause of action. Miss Abashi references and realleges all preceding paragraphs as if set forth fully herein. Defendant DJ Akademiks published several statements containing numerous defamatory claims on YouTube to members of the media and to his supporters. His statements identified and were of concerning Miss Abashi. His statement contained numerous falsehoods about Miss Abashi, whether on its face and or by virtue of clear implication, affirmingly intended by DJ Akademiks. Also, DJ Akademiks' false statements regarding Miss Abashi was defamatory per se. He also did false and defamatory statements and published them on social media and elsewhere on the internet throughout the state of New Jersey and around the world. Also, he ensured that his false and defamatory statement about Miss Abashi would receive wide circulation. Also, he made his false and defamatory statement knowing that it was false or with reckless disregard for its truth or falsity. Also, he made his false statement with ill will and spite and with wanton, reckless, or willful disregard for its injurious effects on Miss Abashi and her rights. DJ Akademiks' also false and defamatory statements caused Miss Abashi to suffer reputational, emotional, and professional harm. As a result of DJ Akademiks' actions, Miss Abashi is entitled to an award of exemplary or punitive damages in an amount to be established at trial to meaningfully punish defendant, thereby deterring similar conduct in the future. Third cause of action. Miss Abashi's references and reallegations, all preceding paragraphs, as if set forth fully herein, as described above, defendants frightened and placed Miss Abashi in apprehension of harm when they did what they did to her within the state of New Jersey. Defendants forcibly put their hands on her, Miss Abashi's lady parts, and or did other things without her consent. At the time that this happened, Miss Abashi had lost consciousness and did not possess the ability to consent to such behaviors. Upon information and belief, the defendant's body fluids was discovered on the kit Miss Abashi completed the morning after this incident happened with the defendants. As a result of defendant's conduct, Miss Abashi has suffered. She continues to suffer harm, including physical injury, severe emotional distress, humiliation, anxiety, and other consequential damages for which she is entitled to an award of monetary damages and other relief. The defendant's conduct described above was willful, wanton, and malicious at all relevant times. The defendant acted with conscious disregard for Ms. Abashi's rights and feelings, acted with the knowledge of or with reckless disregard for the fact that his conduct was certain to cause injury and or humiliation to Ms. Abashi, and intended to cause fear, physical injury, and pain and suffering to Ms. Abashi. By virtue of proceeding, Ms. Abashi is entitled to recover punitive damages. Fourth case of action, next chapter. Ms. Abashi's references and re-allegations all preceding paragraphs as if set forth fully herein. Promises liability if not a cause of action under New Jersey's law, but a theory in which a plaintiff may bring a negligence claim. To establish such a claim, plaintiffs must plead 4 elements. 1. Duty of care. 2. A breach of that duty. 3. Actual and proximate causation. And 4. Damages, as cited by this case listed. Duty is detailed above. DJ Akademiks is the owner of the property where the plaintiff incident happened. DJ Akademiks invited plaintiff to arrive at his home on July 16th. DJ Akademiks provided plaintiff with a Lyft cab ride from Pennsylvania to his home in New Jersey. Before the plaintiff's arrival, he admitted to informing his two male colleagues, John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, that the plaintiff was coming, and he indicated that the plaintiff was a different type of time. According to him, he was heavily intoxicated before the plaintiff arrived at his home. Defendant, DJ Akademiks, had a duty to warn plaintiff that John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 were present at his home and that he was intoxicated and would not be able to greet her or entertain her upon her arrival. Breach of duty. Defendant Allen did not inform plaintiff that he had indicated to John Doe 1 and 2 that she was on her way to defendant DJ's home and that she was arriving on a different type of time, indicating that plaintiff is arriving with the intention to engage in adult activities. Defendant Allen breached his duty to warn plaintiff that he was inebriated and would not be there to greet her or entertain her upon her arrival. Actual and practical cause. Defendant Allen was the actual and proximate cause of the harm that was visited upon the plaintiff due to his decision to paint plaintiff as a loose woman who was arriving at his home with the intention to engage or the willfulness to engage in adult activities with him and his friends. Not only set the tone with John Doe 1 and 2 prior to plaintiff's arrival, but he also participated in plaintiff's incident after he brutally saw what John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 did to her. Upon information and belief, this is evident by the existence of DJ Akademiks fluids on the plaintiff's kits. Damages. As a direct result of defendant's negligence, plaintiff suffered from PTSD, depression, severe anxiety, sleep deprivation, public humiliation, and shame, as well as physical scarring on her body. The conduct of what happened described above was willful, wanton, and malicious at all relevant times. Defendant DJ Akademiks acted with conscious disregard for Miss Abashi's rights and feelings, acted with the knowledge of or with reckless disregard for the fact that his conduct was certain to cause injury and or humiliation to Miss Abashi, and intended to cause fear, physical injury, and or pain and suffering to Miss Abashi. By virtue of proceedings, Miss Abashi is entitled to recover punitive damages. Prayer for relief. Plaintiff prays that the court enter judgment in favor of her against the defendants, listed by, again, the following: A, declaratory judgment; B, an award of damages; C, an award of damages against the other defendants, an amount to be determined; D, an award of punitive damages and the amount to be determined at trial; E, prejudgment interest on all amounts due; F, an award of costs to plaintiff that occurred in this action, including but not limited to expert witness fees, as well as reasonable attorney fees, costs to the fullest extent permitted by law. Such other and further relief as the court may deem just and proper. Demand for a jury trial. The plaintiff demanded this trial, and this was dated May 13th of 2024, signed by her lawyer. The rest of these documents just details certifications, things that have to be listed legally at the end of documents such as this. This is a preservation notice. If you would like to read, just pause. This one is the continuation of that, signed by her attorney. And this one is demand for answers to supplemental interrogatories. Excuse me, I messed that up. Again, all legal pieces of document. If you would like to read, just pause. I just want to show you guys the full end of the document. There's 35 pages. Civil information statement. Again, if you would like to read it, just pause. And that is the end of the document. Again, this is very, very troublesome. Very, very disturbing details. I just want to share with you guys in full what happened, what was filed against DJ Akademiks. As this case develops, I will certainly be following this. Like, share, subscribe, leave your comments below respectfully, and enjoy your day. Bye, guys.